Welcome back, mi gente. You might have seen her on Bamboozled. You might have seen her on Def Poetry Jam. But right now, we're going to catch up with La Bruja, the actress, poet, spoken word artist, and MC about her next project. Take a look.
Bienvenido todo el mundo. Welcome everybody. Somos the beautiful place in the world. Palm trees are tall like the skyscrapers. The entrance says welcome over the gate. And Margarita lost her shoe bailando salsa. She threw away the other to dance descalza. Such a hard life. I started at the Puerto Rican Poets Cafe. I was at an open mic. I was doing poetry as therapy, writing in my notebook and, going to work and writing in my notebook. And then I went to the Puerto Ricans and the open mic changed my life. And then they offered me a monthly slot at the Puerto Rican Poets Cafe. I named it Brujeria. I always had this passion to do music. Always. That was always underneath it all. I always wanted to sing and I always wanted to write music. Never knowing how, But then the more I did poetry, the more I realized, wow, poetry is music. Hip hop is now universal. Anywhere you go in the world, hip hop is there. So it's undeniable that hip hop is a uniting force. So taking the richness of my music, of my culture, of my heritage, I will infuse it with the new generation, the new culture, and break down the barriers of racism through that. I have done poetry, went from poetry to doing hip-hop to doing acting. My one-woman show, got into Spike Lee movies and done stuff like that, commercials. I was in a movie called Down to the Bone, and we won at Sundance, and it was about rehabilitated addicts, and I was happy. I was the only Latina in the movie, and I wasn't the addict. My musical influence, my musical inspiration is this woman named Selena Gonzalez. And Selena was famous for singing with her husband. It was Selena y Reutilio. And they sang songs about Shango, Elegua, Ochun, all the Orishas, and about how to break the bad spirit from us and how to cleanse the house spiritually. And my family, my mother would play these albums. Like we had these huge LPs with this picture, these pictures of this woman in this floral dress with a flower in her hair and, with her husband with the guitarra and, I would be fascinated. I would look at these album covers and listen to this music, and that was really the first place I ever heard of there being a bruja doing good things. And I said, Mami, yo voy a buscar a Selena, and I got my family's blessing, and they, figured it's going to take a miracle. I sang her songs for her. I was a nervous wreck. I sang, and then she started singing with me. So I was singing her songs with her, in front of her, and it was the most spiritual experience. It was like MTV Fan, Caribbean style, but to ridiculous power. I knew from there, I said, well, this is it. I have to do this. I have to make her music. I have to infuse what I do with what she does and bridge this generation with her generation so that we never, ever forget the beauty, the strength that we have. My goal in the future is to inspire. That's all I really want to do. I just want to inspire the artist that lives in everyone. That brujo and bruja, that positive, alchemist, that wizard, make it be, just become it. The only way to do it is to do it. And even if someone doesn't like how I do what I do, maybe it'll inspire them to do what they want to do.
I hope you picked up some of the knowledge we dropped on you today, and I hope you were entertained as well. We will be back very soon with more Latino headliners and power players. Until then, I'm Julio Antonio signing off with Amor, Orgullo y Latinidad. This is Pa' Que Sepa, so you know. Holla.
Keep it moving like we keep it moving like you gotta keep it moving like
I keep it moving like. Keep it moving.
Life is like a box of chocolates. Some days you stuff your face, other days taste like same block, same story. Still, it's never boring. Another body buried under the flooring. Someone found a empty car, and it smells like weed in the hall. Do you know where your children are? Interesting, to say the least. The fine line between man and beast. The game full of cheats. Last week went through. Look at you with the mouth full of drool. Amazing. When the lights go off, you go crash at your dealer's loft, and all your friends share the same car. Nice weather, what happened? Last night there was a trip stack. Can you please pass the jelly? Please tell me your background. Better yet, let me check if your back's round.
Keep it moving like. We keep it moving like. You gotta keep it moving like.